Yeah, it is. Super easy.
Feel like that's an incorrect statement, and I think you're belittling what I do.
I don't think you do anything.
You're a bad person right now.
What?
And I don't appreciate it. Did you get all your homework done?
Yeah, I'm a straight A student.
I'm pretty excited about this one.
Are you?
I was surprised in how much seems like it has a similar tone.
Yes, I saw that too. Yeah, yeah. Noises and stuff.
So while I spread this link amongst the internets, is there anything you want to talk about? Don't get that attitude with me.
What? Every fucking week. You think you'd have this link ready and shit.
I try. Listen, one of these times we're going to roll into it, and we're going to have 50 people waiting for us, and we're just going to roll with it. They're going to be like, oh my god, Ox and Luke are here to save the day. And we're like, yeah, fuck yeah, we are. And get ready to have your ear holes filled with our glorious musings.
It's not where I thought you were going with that whole analogy.
It was very straddled that line. I know you know where I wanted to take it.
Yeah, it was on the tip of your tongue. You know what I'm saying?
So we had the new episode of American Gods. 3, right?
Yes.
Then we watched the old King Arthur and Keira Knightley. If you didn't watch it, you're a fool because it's on Netflix. So watch Nightwatch, which is on Netflix as well. And the new King Arthur with Charlie Hunnam from Sons of Anarchy fame.
Is it fame? Yeah. Really?
I mean, those first couple seasons are really good. Kind of just loses all its momentum.
Yeah, I'll agree with that last part.
Which is kind of a big deal if you're a storyteller. Not being able to close the deal, kind of bad news. Bad news for sure.
Bad news bears. Real bad. Mm-hmm. What was it? Last week, right after we finished the podcast, they announced a Hellboy reboot. So that's happening.
How excited are you for it?
I'm not really a fan. So
you're in the company where, if it's not Del Toro and Perlman, you don't want a goddamn thing of it, right?
Hang on, someone's mowing. Gotta shut my goddamn window.
Of bitches. Don't they know what they're dealing with?
I really, they could have been like, Del Toro and Perlman are back, and I'd be like, I don't care. Hellboy really wasn't ever my thing.
You what?
Yeah.
Specifically loving Hellboy when we used to live together.
I don't believe
that. Don't you own 3 different versions of the first Hellboy?
No, I own 2 versions.
Yeah.
And that happens. I also own fucking something really bad I own. I own a lot of bad things. It doesn't mean I like it.
I'm not disputing that. I know you have bad tastes.
Okay, here you go. I own 3 different copies of the first Underworld movie.
I didn't even know they made 2 versions of the Underworld movie.
There's the original. There's the original. There's a director's cut, and then I bought it on Blu-ray as well.
Jeez. That's something. I think the most that I own is probably yikes. Probably Romeo and Juliet.
What?
DiCaprio one.
I've never seen that movie all the way through.
This is a classic.
Yeah. It's
It follows word for word the dialogue from. So I just watched the movie instead of reading it in. And then love. So how could you not like it?
it's about fucking 13-year-olds. They don't know anything about love.
First of all, they're driving cars, so they have to at least be 18.
One, that's not how cars work. What are you talking about?
It totally is. Why would they break those laws?
You can get a driver's permit at 14.
They're not driving with their parents, though. They've got to be
Neither did I
18
when I
because
had
they're
that.
drinking and smoking and going to parties and shit.
You don't understand how rules work.
I'm pretty sure I'm straightforward on this one. They had to be at
You just
least. I'm going to put them in the 21 age
said,
bracket.
yep. That's just what the movie did. That's just is wrong. It was wrong. I'm done with this conversation. We're off the rails already.
We're not off the rails. Romeo and Juliet's a great goddamn movie. You got Leguizamo. Theo fucking nails his role. You got Michael from Lost who nails Mercutio. Have a speech. Top notch.
Oh my god, we were talking about Hellboy, and now we're discussing Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet. Off the rails.
You are doing this to me. I want to make you love again. I feel if you can embrace love again, you'll enjoy all these things we discuss.
I enjoy lots of things.
I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, it happens.
We're going to get into it, I'm sure. You upset about Doomsday Watchmen tie-in? How about that?
That's a big pile of poop. That's what that is.
I love the discussion about Watchmen being in the DCU last week. Was like, listen, everybody avoids it. We like the original stuff. We're not going to look at this new stuff. And as soon as they slap fucking Superman's logo on it, they're like, fuck yeah, I can't wait for this shit. And I'm like, yes.
No. Here is what's exactly wrong with this. Watchmen, as a story and as characters within it, is nothing more than a deconstruction of the superhero genre and all of its trappings. You can't take that and then put Superman in it. It defeats the fucking purpose.
I absolutely didn't see that till right now, and that's perfect. I love that their press announcement also took shots at Marvel for doing that, and it's clear that they're doing it for a cash grab.
Well, they did the same thing, 4 years ago when they did like the Before Watchmen series. And I mean, I read them all because it's like, there's some really talented people behind these. And it's like, these are all god awful and no one should ever go back to this work again. So, and now they're like, oh yeah, well, Dr. Manhattan and Superman are going to have a fist fight. And I was like, who wants that? Who fucking wants that? Because one, guess what? Unless Dr. Manhattan starts slapping DC characters with his big dick, there's no reason for this to happen.
I hope he takes the form of a squid and fights Superman like that. Just slap.
And just like
take that Superman.
Fucking like comedian's gonna roll in and start raping Batman. Like, why these stories don't go together? It does not work.
Well, I mean, doesn't the nod go to Dr. Manhattan? I think wouldn't he be more powerful than Superman?
It depends. Who knows how they're gonna write the fucking story. Dr. Manhattan will kill and Superman won't. So, bada bing, let the story over.
I agree. I think it's terrible and it shouldn't be touched. But I mean, People love money, and they'll try getting it any way they can, especially DC and Marvel. 13 Reasons got renewed for season 2, and they released some details, and it's kind of exactly what I didn't want it to happen. It'd be a real train wreck.
And isn't that exactly what I told you they were going to do? And you're like, no, they're going to do something different.
No, I had high hopes for them because they did something awesome, and I was just hoping they could keep with that momentum. And like the first details of the press release was like, as we were wrapping on season 1, I was like, well, that means you never had it written, and this is as far as you wanted. And they're like, we're gonna bring some zany analog electronics from the past. And it's like nobody wants that shit.
Yeah, they do.
I saw somebody asking about Nope. I saw somebody asking about cassette players earlier this week, and I shut them down. Nobody needs that shitty technology.
No, I 100% hope she's just like, I found a way to record myself onto Laserdisc, guys. Here's some shit to watch.
Oh, God. What if she... Oh, fucking Christ. What if she gets that stupid Talkboy video camera from Home Alone? Herself recording them. I hate it. I hate all of it now.
No, I realize now what it should have been. It should redone season 1.
They have those video cameras that run on cassette tapes.
What they should have done was all of her tapes should have been in 13 different Teddy Ruxpins. And so like it was a Teddy Ruxpin being like, this is why I killed myself.
The Teddy Ruxpin has correlating. Nope, I don't like this path anymore. So moving forward, also Deadpool animated with Donald Glover. It's pretty fun.
Donald Glover. I literally I saw the headline and didn't do anything else with it because I hate Deadpool.
Oh yeah, I forgot you hate love. And then we have Blade Runner 2049 got its trailer.
Did you watch it?
No.
Have you seen Blade Runner?
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm going to see it, so I definitely don't want anything ruined.
I was just asking if you've seen Blade Runner because you're the motherfucker last week who's like, I've never seen an alien movie. So I don't know about you.
You got a fair point. Seen Blade Runner. I don't know which version of like the 30 versions I've seen, but I know I've seen it.
It's cool. I own them all, so.
That doesn't surprise me whatsoever. I mean, it's a good movie. I think in the art world, they've tried getting AI to recreate pictures, and like they're having minimal success. But I was like, fuck you guys. You guys are going to turn computers against us. And call them shitty. And you know how artists get. They get real whiny and emo-y, and then they're just going to turn on everybody.
Yeah, and then they're going to draw religious images in the background of their comics. And
that's how it's going to get done. So you want to get into American Gods?
Sure. What do you think about episode 3? Oh.
Wait a second. Guardians. You got to see it again. Do it.
No, I don't.
The movie is so much better than the first one. I've got notes.
You got notes?
When I was watching it again last week, I was like, all right, there's little details that I think Luke kind of missed that I need to go back and see. The stakes are way higher than the first one.
I guarantee you that I didn't miss anything, so you can go fuck yourself.
I'm not so true, because when fucking Gamora wants to take off and go after to save Star-Lord, and fucking Rocket shoots her, he's like, I'm not losing 2 friends today. Like, come on. Oh, wait. You can't. You got nothing like that. Oh, fuck you.
I didn't miss that.
You did, because you hate love.
I don't. I like the movie. I like it, and it says
I
not
need
just the
you
first one.
to really love it more than the first one. And that's going to take a
The
second
first one's
viewing.
better.
Definitely better. I agree.
No,
You have the chain of events that leads to the end of the movie where he first learns about his mother, tries and succeeds in taking down his biological father, and then his fucking real dad sacrifices himself to save his life. Come on. Tell me that's better than a Rowan. Not true. Because that funeral scene is fucking heartwarming. Better than the first one.
it's not.
Now, back to the eagle fight. Think about them fighting Olmec from fucking Little Hidden Temple.
Now you're just making shit up. Now you're just making stuff
I'm
up.
not. No, I'm not. I mean, just think about it. How awesome that shit is.
That's not what I saw. I saw two giant rock people.
See it again to watch that. Come on now.
It's all right here. I remember it.
And also, that means Kurt Russell's movie history is canon for the Guardians of the World.
Kurt Russell can eat a dick.
You fuck straight off. That's not correct, because Kurt Russell's a fucking man. And I'll not have you disrespect his name on our podcast.
Can we change the name to Kurt Russell Can Suck a Dick?
Absolutely not. I don't stand for that. So you watch out.
I bet you we would get at least 3 times as many views.
I'm not fine with it. I don't want those views.
Yeah, you do. You're all about holding yourself out.
For belittling Kurt Russell's mark on society.
You know what? You know what's a great movie? Tango and Cash.
Russell's cinematography history is a great movie.
No, I'm also lying. Tango and Cash sucks.
First of all, Tango and Cash is phenomenal because you have Sylvester Stallone and they're playing off each other. Good cop, bad cop. Great fucking movie. It's that pure 80s that everybody needs in their life.
You know what else?
Guardians,
you know what else is another good Kurt Russell movie? I don't know, because I can't think of any right now.
From New York. Phenomenal. Escape from New York. I'll end you.
It's a big pile of trash.
All right.
It's a lie. I love Escape from New York.
Exactly.
I love that movie.
Exactly. So let's get into American Gods then. Also, American Gods got renewed for its second season, which, especially after this episode, like this episode is just crap. I was not expecting such a huge episode. Chances that they took. Think of the episode.
Again, I still love the show. It's great. I think this is probably the test for most people on if they're going to stay with the show, because for most of it, you're not following the main characters, and it's very just kind of ponderous and goes all over the place, but that's what the book did well, so I really enjoyed it. And it's also...
Is this still very much following the book?
This episode...
The cutscenes and whatnot?
Yeah. This episode was basically 100% the book.
Okay.
Like, it's almost dead on what the book did. So...
Yeah, they're... don't want to get because it's a really fucking awesome episode. I think we're gonna have to though.
I'm cool with it. You can't spoil me.
We're spoiling shit, so you've been warned. There's a scene where that Sphinx cat in the first the whole Anubis, that was the first god, right?
Yeah.
That entire scene was, I mean, they went out on the fire escape, and I was just blown away on how whole scenery played out. A choice he gave her. I was a little weirded out that she still made him pick her. Working for an afterlife, and you definitely don't want one. I think you better take that, all of that. I think Anubis just fucking pointed. So, I mean, it's a luck of the draw out of 5 doors, I guess. Then you get back to Shadow Moon talking to one of the 3 sisters that watches the moons, right?
They watch the
the Odin's
radiation.
That, yeah.
I think it's the Big Dipper, but yeah, that's their story. The Zora sisters in mythology is that, like she said, there's a bear chained up in the stars, and they have to watch it at all times because if it gets loose, it'll eat the world.
It was, she gave Shadow Moon the moon and action. So was the lucky coin? I'm assuming, right?
But he wasn't supposed to get the coin. Remember?
But he betted him. Swipe the coin. I'm assuming. Reference the coin anymore, or I already missed that he wasn't supposed to swipe that certain coin?
You cut out. I barely caught any of that.
Is it going to reference the lucky coin anymore? I think it, considering it's Shadow Woman or Shadow Moon's woman, is alive because of it, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it'll come back up again, but in the end, it was just Sweeney gave him the wrong coin. Like, Shadow didn't take it or anything, and he wasn't supposed to have it.
The moon coin was awesome. I think Double or Nothing for Shadow Moon's head. Awesome. He made a great point that he didn't think he could kill him with one swing. And just being left fucking deep, just win from one swing, but still being alive.
Yeah, it plays into, like, you know, he played into his fear that he wasn't strong enough anymore. But also, you know, what do you have to lose? Even if I win, you still get to bash my brains in. You still get one swing. So, in the book, they played both games back to back. There was not that break. So I think it plays better this way.
I think it played into the theme of the whole episode where Shadow Moon's starting to believe this world that he's now. I think that once he got the moon coin, he started to believe in himself that he could actually win that game, and ended up winning it. Cool. Just all of it was so good. And then from the checker game, you go to another. Is it another God narrative? I'm assuming because they did the Somewhere in America, like.
Yeah, because it jumped from Wednesday being like, we're going to go rob a bank, to the story of the djinn in New York.
And the djinn we saw last week, sitting at the coffee house with Wednesday, saw his fire eyes. And there's a whole narrative scene, which is just literally the ballsiest thing Starz has put out, as far as I know. But I think they're first to the gate for taking that big chance, and I think they're going to get known for it. And like, that's going to be the big turnaround to if people are going to stick with it or not. Watching the after credit scene talking about doing it exactly like Gaiman did. Impressive to the fact where I think they really do love the source material and want to stay as close to it as they possibly can. And I think that scene played out amazingly well. I mean, everything on this show has been so fucking great.
Yeah, the one thing I'll point out from there is you wouldn't have caught it, because why would you know? Like, you remember, you're like, ooh, there's a guy with the fire eyes last episode or whatever. But in last week's episode, when you see him leaving after he meets with Wednesday, he's wearing the blue suit that he stole from the guy he made love with.
Awesome. Fucking awesome. So that's the whole thing, and then you get them robbing the bank. Anything, because it's perfect. To where Shadow Moon starts talking about this world that he's in with at this point, and they get talking about even it as much as they can. Doesn't that make it real? And I thought it was just a great. After everything else we watched, such a great narration point. I think each one of these showed this point where what if you could be more, in that he presented itself to you. Yeah. Also, Wednesday's fear is the same as mine, and I never want to be forgot, so that's why I whore myself out for views.
Yeah, fucking whore. But yeah, it's a really narratively and thematic rich episode for something that not a lot actually happens in the episode, but a lot of talk about belief. And like he says something to Shadow along the lines of, either you made the snow and you're living in this incredible world, or you're delusional and it's everything shit. So why wouldn't you want to believe? Why are you not letting yourself believe these things? And it's just really interesting.
It is also very awesome because even aside from these four that we watched, I watched the latest episode of Berserk and the latest Samurai Jack, and they all had where everything led to this point. So take the chips that you have and run with them, because no one's going to do it for you. And I think it's awesome that this whole episode dealt with beliefs, because in Berserk there's a chapter that was omitted for the US versions, where it's when Griffith is becoming the Demon Lord, having a conversation with God, and it's this whole belief system where there's evil in the world, so there has to be evil in the world. And like to see kind of me and your worlds converging, these different movies and such, especially with American Gods. I think it's like our that we read prior come crashing together and fit so well now that we're doing it.
Yay! Oh, and plus that one dude gets a fucking spike through his face, right?
Final Destination moment, I was like, all right, McSweeney can finally just get on the road and just have a good time. I was fucking brutal as fuck. Man. Great episode, though.
So, yeah, great episode. Everyone's killing it, and I just want it all. I don't want to fucking... Next week, it's half over next week already. Fuck that. It's only 8 episodes. I was hoping it was 10, because
then we'd only be a third of the way through. Sucks, but it's also awesome because they're already renewed for the second season. So
Yeah.
Next one, you want to take on the old King Arthur?
Yeah, we can go to that one real quick if you want. I don't have much to say. It's a bad movie.
God damn it, I hate you. I just think it's a bad movie because it's fucking phenomenal.
It is super boring. That movie is so boring.
What do you want from the world? You tell me. Damn it. That movie's fucking awesome.
The only thing, like, I was entertained for like 5 minutes because I was like, this is the Clive Owen Keira Knightley movie. And then I was just like, I know everyone in this movie. I just didn't know who they were back when I first saw it. I was like, oh shit, Mads Mikkelsen's in this movie? And Hugh Dancy? And fucking, everyone's in this movie.
Yeah, all of them being fucking badass and awesome.
Nah, not really.
And it's a great movie.
Oh my god. You can't be critical of anything. You're just like, it's great. Everything's great.
I'm trying to think of what I didn't like about the movie, and I can't think of anything.
Listen. Okay, this is the 11th episode. There's 11 hours of us talking about movies, and you love every single one.
That's because I'm not picking anything that I moderately like. I wanted people to experience great stuff.
At best, you were like, I'm really not sure how I felt about Upstream Color. That's the best I've gotten out of you.
That's fair. That's fair.
You just fucking love everything. That movie is boring.
That's
2. What?
Were you reading while you were watching again?
Yes, I was, because I was so bored.
Fuck you. No. Take it all in. I just set your mind to something and just accept it and believe that you're part of this world and immerse yourself. Do.
I've seen the movie before. I saw this movie in theaters, okay? So I've given it its time before. It's not good. It's not great.
I just think it does.
Here,
it does exponentially well. During movie, it's only because it's what's going on rather than showing. And at that point, I don't get experience that often enough, and I really just am so fascinated by the story of King Arthur. Also want to be a king myself in the past. So
here's what that movie's biggest problem is. And it's not that they tell you and don't show you. It's that they tell you the barest minimum and expect you to care. You know, there's a part where
I absolutely care, though.
No,
I would ride on the battlefield with Outlaw.
There is literally a point in that movie when they rescue Keira Knightley, and he's like, I'm King Arthur, and she's like, I'm Guinevere. And the fucking chords, you're supposed to know the love story between them. Not that there's anything there, just that in your head you're supposed to know. That is shitty storytelling.
Yeah. So, yeah, and you do, and it's awesome.
And then, fucking, they're in the middle of battle, and Lancelot looks over, and he's all like, oh shit, Guinevere's in trouble, I gotta go save her. Because he's supposed to be in love with her too. Because you're supposed to know that story, not because this movie shows you any of that.
Yeah, and you knowing those stories makes it even better.
No, it means this one's being It means this one's being real fucking lazy, and you know I'm right. I can see it on your face that you know I'm right.
Listen, I am, but it's not making me disheartened in the movie at all, because I do know those stories, so it is a great film. this because I love it.
Okay. There's some trebuchets. That's pretty cool.
The trebuchets are awesome. As soon as they rolled them up, I was like, let's get some fucking trebuchets. Can we get some trebuchets?
And listen, all I'm gonna say is I never need to see one more fucking scene of like a ceremony where people shoot flaming arrows. And I saw 4 this week. I never need to see one again.
I mean, it's fair. It's fair.
I swear, both of these King Arthur movies started with and ended with flaming arrows going into pyres or to do a celebration.
I mean, yeah, because it's an awesome ritual, and everybody should be doing it because it's that much more badass.
Okay, was there anything else you want to talk about King Arthur? Because literally,
no,
my point is. My point is, there's a lot of people in that movie who've gone on to have better careers than Clive Owen and the dude who played Lancelot, and it's kind of cool to see them in it. And also, it's boring, and I don't care. And the biggest thing that I remember about that movie was that they digitally altered Keira Knightley's cleavage in the poster.
But I appreciate you making a point of it. So let's go on to Nightwatch, or do you want to do the other? Nah, let's do Nightwatch first.
Nightwatch before? On what it was last week?
Yes. As soon as it started, pieces started falling back into place, and I remembered. I enjoy the story a whole hell of a lot. Like a very B-movie budget. Also, when that fucking truck jumps the other car, perfect scene. Them making that truck way more badass than it was. I appreciated that little touch. Because it's just like what the fuck ever they drive, and it's just him shooting out of a truck obviously makes it way faster.
Yes, and it also just like it does flips and keeps going. It's great.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the story. Immediately when they started talking about the others, that's when I was like, oh yeah, this is where it's all like the fable story, like fairy tale, like creatures. Everybody's just different ones. He was a seer, right?
Yeah, he had visions of the future. Yeah.
When he picked up the picture of his son, I was like, oh fuck, I remember. I immediately remembered the rest of the movie, and I was like, shit. I forgot about the climax where and like when he was playing it through, and I was like, oh shit, that's decent foretelling, except they just gave it away. What's going to happen 5 minutes later?
Yeah, but you didn't see it coming because you're like, ah, shit. At least you didn't.
I remember not seeing it the first time, and I was like, oh shit. But like this time, I was like, oh, fuck, that's definitely going to happen in 5 minutes. I think it was a little wonky, them tying two different stories together. I think if they would have cut out the other part, they probably could have made these two movies into one great story. But that the two tales kind of really made it. I don't know. I just didn't like the other side. The stupid story where that lady cursed herself.
Yeah, but that's the portent that sets off the end times that that the great other will come for. They kind of tie into each other.
Yeah, but it never happened. So I mean,
yeah, it happened.
There was no apocalypse. They staved it off
No,
because she hurt herself.
the great
of the event that made it.
Well, that's the thing is like the Dark One. They got the most powerful other of all time to join their side because of that. Because Anton would have never left the kid's apartment if that wasn't going on. And that's the only way the vampire got to her, and that led to.
I was disappointed we didn't get to see Bear. Bear.
Yeah, but we got Tiger Cub.
Yeah, the first little bit of the movie, and then I was like, oh, this team just accepted him because he tried killing his kid. That's cool. It's way strange, but it's whatever.
What's weird is like, so this and Daywatch, they made the two ones, and we're watching Daywatch for fucking next week because we're not leaving the story hanging. They're based on books, and I thought there were 4 books, and I couldn't remember what they were because I've read the first 4. So like I looked it up today to see which ones they were, and I was like, oh shit, there's 6. Now I have 2 more books I have to read. But each book tells like 3 or 4 different stories, and they all intertwine to become something at the end. So that's kind of what that first movie did. The first 2 movies don't even cover the first book, I think. So there's tons.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So yeah, they kind of finish out. But in the books, tons of shit happens, man. Fucking bear turns
I'm
into a
intrigued
bear.
by these books. That's awesome. Let's see. It's everybody. It's kind of like everybody's a mutant, but their power's benign until like they trigger something to release it.
Not everyone, but that's in sense the people who do have it. There's some event that sets them off, and then they have to choose light or dark and which way they're gonna go.
So kind of like Deadpool that you love.
What?
Deadpool that you love.
What'd you say to me? Fuck Deadpool, man. What does that have to do with Deadpool? I hate you. I hate you.
You love Deadpool.
But to bring your point of that you thought it was kind of like a B movie level, if I remember correctly, this was originally supposed to be a TV pilot, and they just gave them kind of some more money to finish it. I believe the second one had a bigger budget, and it's the director's first movie. It's Timur. He did Wanted and Abe Lincoln Vampire Hunter. This is what he did before that.
You see that now?
Yeah, right. But that's what it is. It's low budget, but I think it's a super cool concept, and it's kind of stylish, and I don't know. I just like it.
Mm-hmm. You definitely tell it's a Russian movie. I mean, they shot it in Russia, so a lot of the signs and everything are in Russian, and they all have pretty thick accents. There's just little touches of the movies, like you could just tweak a lot of things to make it a really great movie. I think the concept is really what is phenomenal in this movie.
Yeah.
And when I remembered the twist, I was like, fuck, that's a really great. It's fucking smart. So, I loved it.
Oh, and also,
I hate people to be one that just loves some movies.
But in the books, the Yegor is not Anton's kid, so that's something they changed for the movie to do that twist in there. But I love Anton. I think actually like the character and what he goes through in the books, and I also really like the actor. Like I think he's just super cool.
I didn't like the movie, and then like he started to kind of get his shit together, and I was like, all right, I'm on Anton's side. And then I was like, oh yeah, you're that asshole that tried killing your kid, and I was like, I mean, like, I don't know, I'd throw you under the bus.
One, he didn't try killing his kid. He thought it was a random kid. You know, that's perfectly understandable.
He thought it was the guy that his woman left him for his kid. Which, I mean, we've all been down that road. We've all
Yeah,
tried doing
I've
black magic to get rid of those kids and break them up. I mean, it's what happens.
You go to that creepy Russian woman's house, and her little doll comes to life and attacks a shape-shifting bear. It happens.
I mean, everyday life. So, now to the main event. Some motherfucking more King Arthur action.
Mm-hmm.
Was this movie?
This movie was a pile of shit. It's so bad. It is so bad.
God damn you. God damn you all the hell. I fucking loved it.
Why?
I think it's just really the tale.
It's such a mess. It is such a mess.
I mean, I'll give you that. I mean, it's definitely a mess. It definitely could be tightened up. And I think there was a lot of great concept with it. I love the fact that they made the sword more, actually gave it its own power.
Don't say it.
When it shined blue, like I hated it when it shone blue, but I mean, just giving it that distinction that it was like, it wasn't a mere mortal could. I mean, he was definitely fucking helped with some divine. But when he fucking took on that, what?
I was gonna say it gives him superpowers. It's the dumbest shit ever.
First of all, it's fucking awesome because we all want superpowers, and if you can wield a badass sword to give you superpowers, tell me you wouldn't do that.
So dumb. Okay, go on. Continue sucking its dick.
I loved the concept of the mages. They weren't just slingers, but they could kind of talk to animals and like, but it wasn't necessarily did. I love that fucking giant eagle when it just fucking executioner. It's like, try getting that axe. Try it. Fucking try it. Come on. You're not gonna take on a giant eagle. Tell me you're gonna take on that eagle.
Okay, I have a question for you. Question.
Okay.
We both saw the same movie, so there's no question there. How did that movie cost $175 million?
First of all, it cost that much to make. Probably a healthy cord of that was probably his father was Eric Bana, right?
Yeah, fucking Jude Law and Eric Bana ain't pulling money from nobody.
Listen, they're gonna be like at least $20 million a piece, and they're like, yeah, all right. They talked
$1 million.
Talked him down to 10, but probably filming locations.
Shit, it ain't cost that much to fucking film, son.
And you gotta also account for like the probably $100 million that the filmmaker just fucking embezzled.
And also, that is $175 million before marketing. Before marketing.
That beats the hell out of me. It kind of sways my vote a little. I still very much love it, but somebody fucking stole a little bit of money there.
Two. Okay, so here's my second thing.
I think I just love the fairy tale. So,
can we talk about the charisma vacuum that Charlie Hunnam is? Because this motherfucker should never be in a movie again. He's awful.
What?
Awful.
Charlie Hunnam, I was. He was awesome.
No, he's so focused on keeping his shitty accent going and trying to be a badass that he can't.
I don't think that's his. I think that's his killer accent, and I think he was trying to make sure to keep it tamed down a little.
Nah, he's Australian.
Wasn't that an Australian accent?
No, that was a British accent he was doing. Kind of. It was like, it literally was like if Jax from Sons of Anarchy was trying to do a British accent. That's what it sounded like.
I think I feel like this movie was very much like Nightwatch, where it had good concepts.
Whoa. Let's slow the fucking train.
Relax. Let me get there. Let me get there. It's a B movie looking, but like of this weapon being something only certain can wield, and it gets. I haven't seen that in a King Arthur tale. I know that the tale is where this man becomes more than he can be. People, but I think just giving it this little extra boost was a fun little concept to play with. So his uncle turning into fucking the dual.
Like,
Immediately when they shown it was him, I was like, I would never be afraid of that guy. Definitely looked badass with his dual size, but I mean,
here's the like, it's a movie that doesn't know what it is. It's trying to be the super generic fantasy movie that's awful, and then it takes 2 minutes to try and be a Guy Ritchie movie, which is awful, because, like, why was this King Arthur? This could have, you take out the names, and it could have been anything, and it could have been an original IP. Because they don't give a shit about the story of King Arthur. They don't.
Yeah. Kind of falls apart. I still kind of really liked it. It is very reminiscent of a Guy Ritchie movie where 2-3 years it's definitely not going to hold up. I was thinking about Rock and Rolla last week, and I was like, yeah, it doesn't hold up.
Like, not only did this movie cost $175 million, which I'm never going to let go. I'm never going to let that go. It was supposed to be...
definitely...
It was the first of proposed 5-film series.
What?
It was supposed to be the first of 5 movies. So explain to me...
I hope they make all 5 of them, but, like, wow.
1, why, if they plan on doing 5 movies, did they try and do 5 movies in this one? Because they burned through so much story. It's ridiculous.
Maybe that's what they did, and like they shot that first movie, and like they were just like, oh, they're definitely not going to give us enough for another 3 or 4 of them. Let's do some reshoots and make the rest of the story we want to tell.
Also, Londinium? Really? Londinium? That was the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
All right, I'll give you that point because that was definitely
3. Kung Fu George? There's just Asians doing Kung Fu all over this?
They know Kung Fu. Who else are you supposed to learn it from?
There's
goddamn not
4.
Karate Kid.
There's Vikings in it? Like, what movie are they trying to make? I don't understand.
That's the story of King Arthur. He comes and saves England so the fucking Vikings can't overtake the land. Those were the Saxons from the other one.
Yes, I know, but you can't throw all of this into the first fucking origin story.
And it was awesome.
No, it didn't. And then, what the fuck? There's a giant snake? Like, what?
Listen. To have it. Everyone is afraid of snakes. She said it early in the movie. Like snakes?
What the fuck? Where did it come from? Where?
Yeah, no, I got nothing. The giant fucking eagle carried it.
No, the giant eagle. Shh, shh, shh. Maybe you need to go back and see it again and take notes. The giant eagle carried a giant snake in, and it tried to kill fucking Jude Law, and he cut its head off, and then a snake 17 times bigger burst through the door.
Whoopsie. I guess she got me on that one.
Yeah.
But it was awesome. Replace that snake with a dragon. All-star movie.
If you replace this movie with Reign of Fire, I'm good.
Oh, fuck. All right, I'll take that one. Son of a bitch.
Fucking, there is literally one female character in this movie.
No, there was like 3 or 4.
3 or 4. Okay, there's one who does anything more than be murdered by Jude Law.
You got that mage chick.
That's it.
And then you have the traitor woman.
What traitor woman?
That's on sitting in the boat with Jude Law.
Sorry, I forgot. That's
Bags,
the one Jude Law didn't kill. The one he didn't kill. Sorry. Then he kills his wife, his brother's wife, and his daughter.
This was the Middle Ages. Side off it. Just shooting arrows at everybody.
Was it the Middle Ages? Because it felt like 2001 London. That's what it felt like.
Secondly, how awesome was the standoff with when he fucking just created a cyclone and fucking tore shit up?
No! Not only... No! He has Excalibur. You want to give Excalibur powers, and like Eric Bana has it, and he's like moving fire with it, and like throwing like force pushes at people. I'm cool with that. I'm cool. But when it slows down time and makes you move so fast that you're teleporting between people and cutting arrows out of the air is bullshit, and I hate it.
Listen, he's a different generation. They have to have different rules, and he gets more superpowers.
And also, how did he not know that he was King Arthur?
He was raised by prostitutes.
Yeah, but when he watched his family be murdered. One, that wasn't a baby. That kid was like 7. And 2, he had recurring nightmares about it.
Love about that is like he fucking gets put on his dad's shoulder so he can just go clean through his fucking mom. He turns around and then he fucking he's like shit. Fuck it. Don't see this movie, but I mean, I had a good time. And then he plunge a fucking Excalibur in mine.
All I'm saying, man, is this movie is horseshit, and no, you know what?
I mean, listen, totally a red box rental.
Okay,
have some fun with it.
100%. If $1 rental from Redbox, I'll give it that.
Enough. I'll take it. A lot of fun with it. Ruined my world.
What the fuck? Like,
this is what
that goddamn battle? That battle at the end? Could you understand anything that was happening? Because I couldn't.
Are you talking about where they squared off against each other?
Yeah, when Jude Law becomes fucking something out of a fucking Blizzard cutscene in Charlie Hunt.
Yeah, that if they slowed it down a fraction so you could see what the fuck was going on, it would have made that battle a lot better. You get glimpses of, oh fuck, he blocked that shot. Oh, he blocked that shot. Chop it in half? I think he did. Yep, the slice is in two pieces.
Yeah,
4 shots down the line.
And then, like, they were hitting each other so hard it became, like, red hot. I saw that, right? That happened? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Awesome movie. Super awesome movie.
Like,
is watch everything from this week.
no.
Yeah, yes.
Like, I want to like movies. I want to, like, actually enjoy.
Listen, in a year from now, we're going to be like, yeah, I wish I had a blue sword. Like, it's going to be a running joke with us. Listen, I'll say it's a bad movie, but it's still a fun bad movie.
I'm saying, like,
a really awful, terrible movie. I have no idea how they spent $175 million making it. Boggles my fucking mind.
It looks like it cost about 40. It looks like it cost 40, and there's no one in it who would, like, get a salary. Like, fucking
maybe they had to pay Game of Thrones. No.
That dude's maybe getting $1 million. You know why? No, he's not. Because he was in the first 5 minutes of Dark Knight Rises. Ain't no way he got money for that. Dude does not get anything.
So, see everything we saw. That's all good stuff. Yeah. I actually really enjoyed all 4 of these movies.
Well, good. I enjoyed 2.
I will try being a little bit more critical.
You don't have to. I'm glad you love things. I should probably try and like things more, but I'm very critical.
Yeah, you should. You should see Guardians 2 again.
Like, there's like in Earth 2, there's a version of me and you that are fused together that makes like the perfect representation of what media actually is.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was a treat getting through that episode. I think next week's gonna be a little because we have to watch
Prometeus.
Prometeus and the Alien Covenant and Daywatch.
Yep.
And I'll be tabling at a Comic-Con this weekend. Luke will be sitting in with me. And I'm sure we'll have some harrowing tales from that as well. When do you want to see the Alien Covenant? You want to see that Saturday night?
Yeah. Because what's his name? Brett's coming down, and we're gonna go see it. So I've probably Saturday.
So watch all that stuff and watch everything from this episode. Good. it's all good, tight ship.
It's a big pile of feet.
So yeah, that'll get us through next week. And I think, is Pirates after that?
I'm not going to Pirates. It's not happening.
Oh, come on. You want to see Pirates?
I didn't see the last one.
It looks real bad. Come on.
I didn't even see the last one.
We saw the last one. Ian McShane, I know we watched it together.
We did not. Yeah, and I have not seen it.
You totally saw it.
No, I didn't.
It's where 100%. They fucking find the Fountain of Youth.
I have not
no
seen
idea how anybody could kill Jack Sparrow at this point.
Have not seen it. Don't want to. I'm done.
You should. It's totally good.
No, that I'm not. You cannot make me go see it. It won't happen.
I can make you.
It won't happen. There's gonna be something else that week.
We'll figure it out. Wow. So Pirates Extravaganza the week after.
I am really upset. Like you're even saying, like teasing this. No.
Fourth one or the fifth?
The fifth. There's a fifth. Also, I'm not seeing Transformers.
No way.
You can eat a dick.
Listen, I want to be very clear about this. Fiber of my body, I don't fucking want to see Transformers 5. But god damn it, Hot Rod's my favorite goddamn Transformer, even though they're using Transformer they used from the last one. I have a lot of problems with it. But I keep seeing that stupid trailer, and like it pushes me a little bit more. So you have to make me not.
I don't. If you make me see Pirates or Transformers, this podcast's over. I will kill myself. You will get a package of tape.
All we had to do was threaten suicide. I guess I won't be seeing Transformers and Pirates.
It won't even be 13 Reasons Why. It'll be like 2. Tape 1, Transformers. Tape 2, Pirates. Done.
There's 5 of them. I'll be damned.
I told you. I've seen 3, and that's more than enough. They get Keira Knightley back yet? Because they got Orlando Bloom back, didn't they?
No, they got somebody that kind of looks like him.
Fair enough. I'm done. I'm done with it. I'm done with everything. I'm not seeing Pirates. What else comes out that week? Something else.
I'm not seeing Pirates either. Let's check the movie-rama.
Something else is coming out.
Dodge that bullet, am I right?
You were the one saying you wanted to go.
Oh, I said maybe we should.
You were like,
we definitely should.
You were like, I kind of really want to go on a date and see it. Let's do this. And I said no.
If we don't see Pirates, we got to see Baywatch.
I'll go see Baywatch.
All right, I'm fine with that.
Boom, problem solved.
Then it's the Mummy 3. That's going to be great.
I haven't seen the second one. And also, quick story, when I was at the theater to see fucking King Arthur, they played the Mummy trailer. And, have you seen it? I'm sure it's played before
I've seen the, first 20 seconds of it, and then I'm like, oh, fuck the Mummy.
Anyway, they played the Mummy trailer, and this, 50-year-old dude, 2 rows behind me, went, they shouldn't have fucking advertised it like that. I was like...
I think when I saw it, I had somebody, two seats down was like, what the fuck is Brendan Fraser? And I fucking lost it. That's it, so next week is going to be Aliens heavy. Get on it. And let's party.
Juices.